Let's talk about these 6 things that have drastically changed my life over this past year. Starting off strong with number 1, the emergency fund. I will never stop talking about this because my husband lost his job recently, which is the whole reason we are living in a different country. Having an emergency fund saved up has saved our booties like nothing else. Like the amount of stress that we would be under, like we are already very stressed out and confused and lost and we don't know what we're doing, but at least we don't have to stress out about money, which is huge. It gives us the time to figure out what the next thing to do is and what fits best for our family instead of jumping at something out of desperation. I actually have no idea what we would be doing right now if we did not have an emergency fund saved up. This next one is actually one that I'm still trying to work on, but I have been trying to take myself more seriously and stop with the negative self-talk. I am brutal to myself for some reason, and I have not taken myself seriously over the past 10 years, which is really silly. And I just think better things come out of thinking highly of yourself. That sounds narcissistic. Just believing that you can do great things and that you will do great things will actually help you to do great things. Next is making sure that my life is balanced, because I realized a while ago that my life was completely out of whack and I was putting a lot of time and energy into things that did not matter, and the things that did matter were suffering greatly. Stop scrolling. That is another big thing that I've learned this year. I still have a little bit of a phone addiction, but I have put so many rules in place that has really helped me to curb the amount of hours that I spend on my phone every day. Because really, you get nothing out of social media. You are not being inspired. You are not getting a good restful break by opening up Instagram habitually without even thinking about it. It is just sucking all of your time and all of your brain space. And when you can take a step back from that, you realize that you have so much more life to live. Next is budgeting, but for kind of the opposite reason that most people have. I would actually not allow myself to buy pretty much anything. Like I would feel guilty for going to the thrift store and spending like $25. But after budgeting and seeing how much money we still had at the end of every month, I realized that I could very comfortably allocate small chunks of money into these different categories and we would still be perfectly fine. And it just gave me a lot of freedom and flexibility to be able to spend on some more things that just make me more happy. And then last is figuring out your priorities. And unfortunately, a lot of us don't take the time to do this until something big has happened in life that kind of knocks you down to your knees. So this is me saying you should try to do it right now, because a lot of us focus on certain priorities, but then when something bad happens, you realize that those are actually worthless, and then it just becomes more apparent what actually does matter. So again, for us, my husband lost his job and we have just had to come back to the drawing board 100 times over the last few months to figure out what our priorities actually are, making sure that we're aligned in the same path and just really getting down to the root of what we want out of life.